I'm Vijay, CEO and co-founder of Parental EQ. Let me introduce you to Paula. Paula is here with her daughter, Zoe. Zoe's 9. Unfortunately, Zoe has been struggling with anxiety for the last year. Over the last quarter, it's got worse and worse. Paula decided to take action. She went to the GP, got a referral, and got an appointment with a psychologist in 8 weeks. Parents in the room, how does that feel? How would you support your kids? You've got to wait 8 weeks. The facts are 20% of children suffer from a mental health challenge in any given year. And we've identified 2 fundamental problems for parents. As parents, yes, we get physical well-being. We know what a first aid kit looks like. We know what a broken leg looks like. But the science of emotional well-being, less clear. And secondly, as I talked about with Paula and many, many like her, there is so much friction when you're a parent looking for support with emotional and social challenges. You can go and get a book. They're fantastic, but books are often hard to apply. Equally, you can go and do a course, but let's face it, they're pretty inconvenient. And therapy is really, really important. But as I mentioned right at the beginning, it's full of inconvenience, not to mention the stigma and the cost. And that's why we created Parental EQ, a parent coaching platform to raise emotionally strong families. We take the very best of parent-child psychology, simplify it, and deliver it to a parent's palm so that they can take action. The app is pretty straightforward to use. You download it, and as part of the onboarding, you pick the challenge that you want to focus on. That might be anxiety, it might be fears, it might be bullying. Within the app, you're allocated an expert, a coach that's there to help you get started and keep you going. And then through that onboarding, we're able to curate bespoke content to you. Lessons in the form of audio, where we simplify the parent-child psychology, and parent-child activities that are designed in the psychologist's office and delivered to you as a parent through the app. We went live with our latest product at the end of December, and since then we've achieved almost 6,000 downloads and 3,000 registered users, mainly here in Australia. The opportunity is sizable. There are 44 million families with kids aged 5 to 12 across Australia, the UK, and the US. And our research shows that half of them at any given time are dealing with emotional and social challenges in their family. How do we go to market and how do we make money? We went live in January with a subscription model, monthly and annual. And so far, we've been piloting that B2C using Google and Facebook. The end of last year, we ran 3 pilot programs with 3 UK schools because we believe that schools offer not only trust and credibility, if a principal says you should try this service, but a really cost-effective way of getting to parents. And we're lining up both health partners and corporates as 2 other channels to market. What do our users say? They're finding our product incredibly easy to use and easy to apply and getting results within a couple of weeks. But what's super exciting is it's not just the kids that are seeing the benefit. Parents are finding that their self-confidence is improving as well. The team, we've got a lot of experience and diversity. Luke has built content-driven apps from the ground up. He built the 7+ app and a kids audio service. Francisco has had 15 years of experience in clinical research and has worked in 2 healthcare startups. And I've spent time, almost 30 years, in consumer marketing and innovation at Unilever and Philips, and was the launch marketing director at Shazam. But we stand on the shoulders of giants. We work with a parent science team who are helping us shape the psychology. Carrie Sutton, one of our parenting experts, is with us here today, and a parent advisory team who we talk to every single week. We're also backed by Scalata Ventures. And we're on a mission. We want to impact the emotional well-being of 1 million families. And as a result, we're raising 1.4 million of seed, and we're going to use that for product and for growth. So we'll use that to build better product, making it more personalized through automation and AI. We'll use it to grow our content and improve the user experience. We'll use it to grow the customer footprint, so on acquisition marketing here in Australia, and equally in the UK, where frankly, because of COVID, it's a much bigger challenge. And finally, to build out new features. We think that both teletherapy and coaching are big opportunities for us in the future. 2020 changed parenting forever. Come be part of the future of parenting in 2021. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Matt Brennan and I'm the founder and CEO of Trade Now. 2 years ago, I was sitting on a job site discussing the industry problems I'd heard my whole career as a plumber. Tradies are sick and tired of waiting for overdue invoices. In Australia, 47% of invoices are paid over 30 days late. Now that's a lot of money that businesses have to front for materials and labour. Combine that with unconverted quotes due to customer affordability, and you have one of the biggest problems the industry faces, poor cash flow. This is Mitch. Mitch contacted me recently with this exact same problem. He had over $20,000 in unpaid invoices. He contacted me to find a solution for his business and for his customers. Mitch isn't alone. In Australia, there's over 300,000 small and medium-sized businesses facing this same issue. Outside of Australia, in countries we aim to expand to, 18 million trade businesses. In countries such as New Zealand, the UK, and the US. How do we solve this problem? We've developed a mobile app which enables trade businesses to offer pay later finance on the job to their customers. Flexible repayment made possible through ZipPay, our integration partner. Flexible finance and fast payment to change a problem that businesses have faced as long as I can remember. This is a problem that I've seen my whole career as a plumber. Jenny's got a broken hot water system and her parents are coming to stay for the weekend. Of course, she's sort of short of cash and doesn't know what to do. Her and her husband sit down and they remember hearing about Trade Now. They download the app, register an account, and find a tradie in their local area. Jenny's happy. She can pay later for a service that she would normally have to wait weeks for. And same with the plumber. He will be paid within 24 hours on a job that he would expect to wait weeks for payment. It's a win-win for customers and businesses alike. Since releasing our MVP late November last year, we've received great traction with over 1,000 downloads across Australia, from plumbing businesses to landscape gardeners, cleaners, and car detailers. Trade Now provides a solution to all small and medium-sized businesses. Trade Now acquires revenue by a current lending amount of up to $5,000. We average that we will achieve a $780 average invoice amount, where we acquire revenue from a 3% merchant fee. Within 12 months, we aim to achieve 1,000 invoices per month to get us to our target revenue of over $9 million. What sets us apart? It's my experience to develop an innovative app dedicated to the industry and our combination with ZipPay to provide integration and trust to customers, where over 3 million customers are already using. Our competitors, we stand at the top in an open market, with offering the only on-the-job mobile app for trade businesses and their customers. Secondary competitors we aim to integrate with to access over 6 million pay later customers in Australia. Our roadmap, we're currently raising capital to launch our marketing campaigns to reach our target of over 10,000 active users within 2 years. On the way, integration with companies such as Hum, Xero, and Simpro to provide the best options to our businesses and customers. Raising our invoicing amount to $30,000 to open up more of the market and offer B2B platform for business-to-business lending. The team to get you there. Myself, with my knowledge and understanding of what businesses and customers require, Michael McRae and his experience in app development, and Janine Scott with her extensive experience in marketing. We are here today to raise $500,000 to launch our marketing and sales campaigns, develop key developments for the application, and of course, team expansion to get the job done. My name's Matt Brennan, and I'm here to change the payments and affordability for the trade industry. Thank you.
All right, cool. So quick question to everyone here. Who's got a iWatch or smartphone iWatch kind of thing, right? Okay, cool. So this is probably the next connected device that we're going to talk about, right? The biggest connected device coming to the market is going to be your car. At the moment, there is 20 million vehicles on the road, passenger vehicles. Right now, only about 1 million of them, 5%, are pre-connected to the internet. For the next 10 years, over half of all the cars on the road will be connected to the internet, right? So you can understand the way that your iWatch works, sends a lot of data to the cloud, and starts to have a brand new data set that can create a bunch of new services. So our service is really going to be built around insurance, right? So the car insurance industry here in Australia, 21 billion in size, everyone needs it, right? It's a market that is relatively unchanged for the last 60 years, right? Two players, Suncorp and IAG, hold roughly 65 to 70% of the entire market share. And ultimately, nobody loves car insurance, right? So it's got a really bad reputation. So what we're proposing to build a pay-per-kilometer car insurance company for connected cars. So over the last year, obviously last year was tough. Everyone was locked down in their house. But for many Australians, they were asked to start to look at how they could cut some of their fees, how they could save some money. And one of the things that became very apparent for us was that we're not driving, but we're still paying car insurance the same way that we were paying before we had a lockdown in the pandemic. So we've developed a bit of a problem, or the problem for this has been developed around everyone is roughly charged about the same model, the same methodology to get your car insurance, right? It's based on demographics, previous history, and it's based on the data set that is given from the customer to the insurer. So our solution is ultimately, why don't we take the connected car data from the car and create a behavior-based model to then inherently get smarter, get better, get cheaper, get more efficient based on the driver's behavior and the mileage that they do. So if you look at the market, roughly 65% of all drivers drive underneath the national average of 12,500 Ks, which roughly means that they're overpaying by about $2.5 billion, right? Overpaying is always a bad thing, always a problem, always something that people are willing to kind of change and look at. So our product works this way. On the left-hand side, you will see a very specific, we track exactly where your car is going per trip. Here to the grocery store, 2Ks, right? We then charge you an exact amount between 3 and 9 cents. For today, we'll say 5 cents on that trip. We then charge you for the next trip. We then charge you for the next trip, and we tally it up at the end of the month. We give you a rough cost of, take a photo. Yeah, that's good. I like that. $20 for a monthly fee, flat subscription cost to cover your car while it's parked, if it's a hail, or if it gets in a fire, and then the rest of it is all based on mileage. Got it? The other really exciting thing is because we have connected car data, now your mind can start to wander a little bit on the things that can actually happen with the connected car data. Traditionally, the service with your car insurance company is claims. You're lucky you're with Amy. Lucky that when I call them, you're going to pay me the money that you're supposed to pay me. That's not really a service, right? Connected car allows us to create things like find my car, give an immediate crash detection. We're able to call 000 and emergency services if you get in a severe accident straight away. We can do a one-click claim. We can unlock e-commerce shopping portals, and we can do cool things like carbon emission trackers, right? We get a bunch of data from the car. We can use it through a device, through the connected car, and through algorithms and models. We can start to develop an entirely connected car service for the shopper. Now you're probably thinking, you've seen this somewhere, right? So there's a bunch of cars here, a bunch of companies here on the bottom that do a pay-as-you-drive offer, but it's not pay-as-you-drive like we do as a per-kilometer basis. They go, you're going to drive 5,000 Ks this year. If you do more, your entire insurance deal changes, excesses change. So it's a pre-allocated set of Ks that you can pay for. The classic guys, your Amy, your NRMAs, and things like that, have a very standard service model where they don't really talk to you. right? They don't have, and no one in Australia is currently using the connected car data to leverage how they drive services. So I'm going to speed through this. Why we're going to win. We've got a pretty awesome team of advisors here. The three people through the middle are all C-level executives from Australian and US-based insurance companies. Robert Lumley, you may recognize that guy as a name. He owned a small company called Lumley Insurance in the 80s and 90s. He's connected with us. We are already ready to go. We have our AFSL license, right? We have regulatory compliance and approval, and we're ready to go. We are a graduate of InsurTech Gateway, a company actually based here in Brisbane and Coast Harbour. They're an insurance-specific fund. They've invested in us, and we are currently contracting with our underwriter. We'll be in market in 2 months. So customers are going to save up to 40%. We have pre-qualified distribution already. Compare the Market has pre-approved us. We've got a content partnership with car sales, and we have 2 deals with branded car manufacturers that are currently in NDAs. Not sure if you guys know, but connected car is a pretty hot space around the whole world. Metro Mile got a $1.3 billion valuation in February, and a couple of their people from their C-level team are on our advisors. We have already received angel investment to date. We are reloading right now. All of our angels are reloading. We have 2 insurance-specific funds that are reloading, and our insurer is giving us some cash right now. So what we're asking for is at the end of the year, once we have some product market fit, roughly 1,000 customers, we're asking for 2.9 million, where we will drive 7.2 million in net revenue, roughly 10,000 customers. A third of it we used on OpEx, 2/3 of it we used on marketing. So if anyone has any questions?
All right, well, welcome and thank you for being here this evening. I'm Travis Reading, CEO at BidStep, and we're very excited to share with you what's happening to our business right now. I'll start by introducing you to Francisca. Francisca started using BidStep just last week. She makes the most amazing chocolate brownies I've ever seen. So I'm desperate to get home and follow this instruction and do this for myself. But like so many people in this world, she has so much value to share with everyone, and distilling that down into this beautiful communication that allows her to stand out in a very, very crowded space is very difficult. And we know that anyone with a mobile device and access to the internet these days can produce a video and upload it and be in that space. And it's just overwhelmed with content at the moment. So she was very smart. She found BidStep and she loaded that plain old video there over on the left-hand side into our interface. And quickly she's able to build this amazing instructional experience for her viewers. And it steps the viewer through completing making their own chocolate brownies. And it provides checklist functionality, step describers. There's a whole lot of resources that can be loaded in there, ingredients and that type of thing. But the really important feature is anything that features in that video, the equipment, the ingredients, the products, can be listed for sale on the bottom right-hand side here and click to purchase straight out of the video. Now, when the publishers clicked on the BidStep, this information can be shared pretty much anywhere. We provide QR coding, embed coding, links, and the social sharing, which has just been released today, actually. Now, like Francisca, so many of us in business have recipes. There's certain ways that we need to do things. And the use cases that are coming forward right now for our product, we're not having to tell people. They're showing us what they're doing with it. Some examples and some great things here. There's assembly instructions, recipes, how to use equipment. We've got support for teams, which is task and process information for those teams. People using job management and CRM, which provides the great who, what, and when support. But now that how-to content can appear there and not some other platform. And of course, safety and compliance industry is huge as well. Now, BidStep's in a very unique space in the middle there. It's instructional content, and we're dealing with commercially sensitive information, trade or industry information, and monetized content. So it's not the sort of thing you'd want to put on YouTube or TikTok in that public domain. And it's, it really doesn't offer that functionality. The e-learning and LMS space, too complex, too chunky for it. the process end of town. I guess look, that's very complex, very expensive, more for the bigger end of town as well. It doesn't give that beautiful just click and follow functionality. And by BidStep linking over into the e-commerce space and linking those products through, then our creators and viewers are getting an amazing experience. Now, we've only been in the market 5 short months. From the end of month 1 to the end of month 5, 3,000% user growth. 23,000 instructions provided. We've got 136 countries we're servicing, which was just mind-blowing, and 10,000 plus users right now. Most of those are B2B or this B2B to C thing, and I'll speak about that in a moment. Yes, we entered the market. Michael and I had an ambition of having 100 users as a test case in 3 months. Now, we blasted way past that, 10,000 in 5 months. We've made $36,000 in that time, so nothing to sneeze at, but we had to mature very quickly and create a monthly revenue model. We've done that and created the functionality around that to support that, and we're moving to scale now from our 10,000 users to 100,000 users in 12 months, and that gives us $8 million annual recurring. The market is huge, e-commerce and video sharing combined. It's near on $10 trillion global. I don't even know how many zeros that is. The hot chili up the top there, 17.3% compounding annual growth rate on just the video sharing alone. So this is not going away anytime soon. And tapping into this market for us is by integrations and partner channels, which gives us huge leverage. And connecting with just a few of those relationships right now gives us a B2B of about 3 million users and clientele. Now that B2B to B or the B2B to C phenomenon we're seeing because those people experience our content on sharing it. So we're getting a bit of a taste of what viral means. So we're starting to see that unfold at this step. The team, right, myself, I've been in business 20 years. I'm the get it done guy. I make sure things go like clockwork. Michael here, say hello, Michael. Absolute tech genius, especially around the video center. We've got a couple of US partners as well. Sean, who handles our integrations in Denver, and William, sorry, Channel and Enterprise in LA, amongst other places. We are raising capital at the moment for this growth. We've got to go through this exciting round at the moment. The split right down the middle, sales and partnerships supported by the marketing that's needed there. The product and support and the customer experience, very, very vital to us. And obviously the team and culture underpinning all that is really critical as well. We're seeking value-based investors, people that can help us with this growth phase. And the numbers are there for you. This has happened very quickly. We've secured 250,000 of our round. We've had offers for another 250, and we're hoping to close this out fairly soon. Get on with these use cases and get to that first revenue objective. That's me done. I'm happy to take any questions, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ed Oman and I'm a co-founder in the Lad Collective. We're an e-commerce company dedicated to improving the lives of Australian men through good sleep and cleanliness. So meet Simo. He's 24 years old. He's still living at home. But you see, Simo has never bought bed sheets in his life. He wouldn't know where and how to do such a task. And Simo's mum, on the other hand, her name's Karen, and she's concerned because Simo's about to move out of home, enter the big wide world, and he does not have control of these facets of his life. So what Simo and what Karen need is a dedicated online platform that routinely delivers essential life products that are not only functional, but they're innovative and they speak directly to Simo and males aged between 18 to 35. And as you can see by the slide behind me, the issue is so widespread. As soon as the mainstream media caught wind of this issue, we had Koshi saying that he too needed to get his sheet together in the bedroom. We had the 7 p.m. project call us up and ask us, can you please make a bet on live television? Look, it was daunting, but it's a clear indication that there's a problem and there's a market that needs servicing. and you look at the sheer magnitude of this market, there's almost 3 million men aged between 20 and 40. Our age demographic is 18 to 35. And in that same demographic, 1 in 4 single Australian men only wash their bed sheets 4 times a year. And if you look at America, for instance, there's almost 46 million men in that age demographic that could benefit from our products. And look, see, we're carving our own market. You see, there's some key players in the game. There's a Dollar Shave Club. They just got acquired for $1 billion. They just do razors in a subscription model. You've got the Manscaped. They have a tongue-in-cheek style approach to their marketing, but they're still pigeonholed in that male grooming razor space. And then you've got Koala right at the top, but their price point doesn't speak to the Australian male aged between 18 and 35, nor does their marketing strategy. And then you get to the Lad Collective. We've innovated on a set of bed sheets. We put corner straps on the fitted sheet. It's quite simple. You've got a center logo on the top sheet, so you get even distribution of the top sheet. And you've got invisible zippers on the pillowcase, so you can zip it up and forget about it. And then you go into the bathroom. We've even innovated on a towel set. So you got one side, that's for drying your face. That's where the logo is. On the other side, that's for drying your more sensitive bits. And then you go to the shower. We've got a 3-in-1 solution called a hair, body, and balls wash. The name speaks for itself. And then you look at the laundry. We've branded a TLC laundry powder, so it cuts through even the nastiest of stains that you will tend to find in a bloke's bed. And you look at our website experience. The user journey is seamless. All you got to know is our brand name, and it's everywhere. So as soon as you get to the website, all you got to know is your bed size. We won't fluff you with too many colors, too many sizes, too many nitty-gritty stuff that you don't actually need. Thread count, it's a fallacy. It doesn't actually exist. It's a marketing ploy. So as soon as you add to cart, you're away. And you look at so the Lad Collective, we're a traditional e-commerce model. We're direct to consumer currently. Our gross margin 60%, and our unconventional larrikin style of marketing consistently yields a return on ad spend of 4. Our product range from the laundry all the way to the bedroom sees an average order value of over $200. And if you look at our customer acquisition costs and compared to our gross margin that we make on all our products, it's a no-brainer. And the traction so far, almost $250,000 in revenue and growing. April to date is going to be our biggest month yet. Thank you, RCL. So we've been working super hard, and it's been great. As you can see, there's a picture of Billy and I sitting behind our Christmas orders. That was a mammoth. We worked all night for that, and we got it away. And it's just great to see the growth that we're seeing. Now, our marketing, we're all over Facebook, Instagram, Google, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. But we bring it all together in a more authentic way through apps like Bonjoro. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Bonjoro, but you send personalized videos to customers, thanking them for their order, but also educating and informing the customer of future product offerings. So there's so many different ways you can bring in a more personalized marketing approach. And since day one, since September last year, we've worked so hard to build strategic partnerships. And one that we're very excited about is the Australian Boarding Schools Association. There's 15,000 boarders in Australia and constantly growing, and we're servicing that market. And then you look at The Block, the classic TV show. You'll see them making beds in Lad Collective sheets later this year. They've already started filming. It's a great partnership that we form with The Block. We're on The Block shop, so search it up. It's great. And you also see the Ball and All podcast, Barrett Barnes or Wallabies legend. We're bringing together partnerships that our target demographic watch and listen to. The Block, Ball and All. It's a no-brainer. So it actually got some exciting news. Chris Hemsworth is scheduled to be on Ball and All podcast in a couple of weeks' time. So how good is that for traction? And then you look at the team. You've got Billy and I in the center there. Bill's the king of product and logistics. I love my marketing. And then we've got Eddie Ross, who brings a wealth of knowledge. He actually co-founded Trademark, a men's mental health workwear company. Then we've got Mike Trusser on the far end. He brings experience in the SaaS space. So he just listed his company, Felix and Plantmire, on the ASX. So today, we're not raising capital, but all we ask is to connect with individuals like yourself and for you guys to follow us on our journey as we scale and grow, because opportunities always present themselves for us to grow and scale with individuals like yourself. We'd love to collaborate with you guys. We want to be connected with influential Australians who can help build our brand awareness and build our, just grow with us. And we'd also love to pass on our Shopify discount code. So if you know anyone who needs to get their sheet together in the bedroom, we can help you out. We've also got samples of the hair, body and balls wash out the back there. And Billy's going to also announce the competition that we've decided to run this evening. So thank you so much, guys. Feel free to ask us any questions.
So firstly, thank you for your patience online. I know you guys didn't get to ask any questions, but we will capture all your questions and share that with the founders. Thank you to everyone in the room tonight. Appreciate all your inquiries, and please feel free to network with all the founders after this. If you do need to find the founders, please follow our social channels. They're all tagged in there. And of course, if you're ever not sure, just reach out to RCL. But please support the local Queensland founders, as well as the ones who've travelled from interstate. So well done. Thank you, everyone.